Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Houston Texans.
Let's go, let's go! Let's go now. Check it back.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Jackson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold or watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. That's a great angle right there. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal. 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Texans stand on first and 10. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now it's Miller. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him 2 on the run. They need a lot more than that coming up here on 3rd down.
Buddy up. 58. 58 for Mike. I got you, boy.
Now it's Miller running right. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in? or you're just hopeful, and you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. He finds Hopkins complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Slam.
Now Jackson setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
50 seconds.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Come on, fellas.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Throwing on 1st down. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Good job, fellas.
Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Jackson now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Man open, it's caught. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up.
They'll run with Miller. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll give the first man through Gillespie, the fullback. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. The open man is Smith. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
57. Mike, 57.
Jackson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. It's complete. It's Miller. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
Here we go.
Jackson now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you over to Orlando, we're standing by. Deep. And the decision to bring it out.